pitched along the three-lined avenue leading to the palace, with hardcore royalists camping out to secure a prime viewing spot for the processions tomorrow. Lerato Hufela, Eyewitness News.
Eyewitness News on 947. For more, click ewn.co.za.
#MSW. You may begin to feel anxious or excited.
Honest, deliberate, engaging, uncensored.
High dosage administration can cause adverse reactions.
And most importantly, independent in mind.
This is a normal response. Are you ready?
Marawa Sports Worldwide.
Let me put it on record that we did invite all 4 clubs, and the ones who are here,
the ones who are going to the final. Okay.
Changing and re-engineering sports on the continent and the world.
Itumela Nkune, ladies and gentlemen, is in the house and back to playing.
Since he sees that the game time is hard to come by his side at Kaizer Chiefs, does he consider hanging up his boots?
You're only 35. Peter Shilton played at the World Cup at 42.
How? Man, at 35 I must retire.
#MSW.
People are fighting to be in the top 8, to be fighting also. People are fighting to be out of the relegation zone.
Yeah.
So it's been one of those seasons where nobody's safe. Going to the last game, everybody will be fighting. Sure.
We go rough.
Yeah.
Robert Marawa, live on 947. Vuma FM, Rise FM, and Sowetan Live. #MSW. Friday nights, always.
This is how we do it.
About our beloved legends. Pull up your chair. Let's chat legendary stuff. Marawa Sports Worldwide.
Well, I guess you tend to test the waters, don't you, when you put out a post and you're saying that the Jaws of Life is going to be your guest on the show tonight. And, within seconds, people are saying, thanks for getting us Andrew Jaws of Life, Rabutla. I'm going to be listening. Nat Nakasa says, the legend himself from Jomo Cosmos University of Life. There's one that says, Andrew Jaws of Life, Rabutla. Here we go. That's all they're saying. People are saying we must remain behind. Zintle says, same WhatsApp group with Linda Bteles. You work that out in terms of what it means. Uncle Bree mentions the fact that a man that you could never ignore. If not those tackles, then the iconic nickname. Warm regards to Mr. Rabutla. Kenny Ken says, please ask him about a fellow player and a friend who inspired him to keep playing by the name of Joseph Mohalengwato. He'll tell you crazy stories there. You know what, I can go on and on, but the thing is we'll run out of time for the proper interview. But I'm just laying the ground and laying the foundation of what it means to invite somebody who really gives an interview to anybody ever since he retired. In fact, he hated winning man of the match because he knew he had to be interviewed. That's how much, he was so good. He was a Bafana player. Aye, but he didn't want to be man of the match. That microphone at the end of the game, he didn't want anything to do with that. And it's on that note that we welcome you to the show. It's a Friday edition. It is Legends Night. It is 947, wherever you're listening around the country, the continent, or the world. We're also live on Rise FM, Vuma FM, and on Sowetan Live. We are an interactive show. And I always say, be front of the queue when it comes to the WhatsApp voice notes, because we'll get to play them on air. Otherwise, it'll be a frustrating weekend. I'll tell you this now, if you grew up in the 90s or early 2000s, you'll know that just a mere mention of this man's name to any soccer follower, images of bone-crunching tackles are bound to follow. I don't know why. I don't know. He'll tell me why. It's a kind of reputation that the retired Jomo Cosmos defender earned over nearly a decade in the professional ranks. But one thing that's very certain about him, past the tackles, leave that alone. Leave that. He's tired of talking about those. His commitment and hunger for the game, I think, in my opinion, was simply unmatched. His leadership was exemplary. How could you not follow a leader or a captain who played the way that he did, with the kind of commitment that he did? Hey, Andrew Jaws of Life, Rabutla. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all I got to say. Welcome to the show, sir. Good to see you.
Good evening, Rob.
You look fitter than when you were playing.
Now, ne?
Yeah. What are you doing up in Limpopo?
Relaxing.
There's no way. You and relaxing have never been friends.
Rob, I had a long career.
Yeah.
I started to play soccer when I was 12. It was difficult. Now I just told myself, let me just go home and relax. Take the kids to school in the morning. Later, go and exercise. Nothing else. To be a footballer is not easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not easy. Can you imagine after camp, national team, pre-season, you go to the national team. There's no time for going home. Somewhere, I didn't even know one of our relatives. And now it's about time to just go and mingle around.
There's no way. So you must have made a lot of money then when you were playing football for you to just be going home to relax.
Not really. Don't even go there.
What's the secret? What's the secret? You must. I mean, you love football so much. You had a football academy named after you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're not somebody who wants to just sit around.
Yeah, football. If you are involved in football, it's not easy. You can just sit down. But I'm involved. I'm running an academy in Limpopo. I was lucky to get a company who's just tried to help us to move these young kids, and that's it.
You hide, you know that. you hide from the media. You're not somebody that likes to be out there.
Yeah.
Why though? Because people love you. I mean, you are one of those people who. I mean, we'll get to the story. You were supposed to go for Kaizer Chiefs and go to Kaizer Chiefs. It didn't happen. But you played for Jomo Cosmos. And yet you've got an entire nation that, number one, respects you. Number two, adores you. Number three, they just love who and what you are all about. But you played for Jomo Cosmos. It wasn't Orlando Pirates. It wasn't Kaizer Chiefs. It wasn't Mamelodi Sundowns. Have you had time to reflect why people warm up to you in this way?
Rob, it was so difficult. I still imagine why, because I had a lot of offers. But what kills me? You remember the way Jomo got me. I was playing Rabal Blackpool in Venda, and Brajay. I remember one day after the game we played against Cosmos. It was my first game, professional against Cosmos. Brajay said, "No, man, there is another boy who was wearing this jersey number 5, and I think he's a foreigner." And Robert, I know Robert. Linda Langa. That one was the late Linda.
Sure.
Linda came to the dressing room and said, "No, man, there is a Jomo foreigner number 5 la."
Yeah.
And I was just listening. Who's that foreigner here? But it was me. I realized, look, this guy is looking for me. I went out. Brajay take my number. And I remember that time the Rabal Blackpool, they wanted to save the team. They borrowed the players from Kaizer Chiefs, Cyril Nzama, Andrew Gondwe, Mike Maringa. I remember those. I think it was 8 players.
Yeah.
When we failed to survive. Now, when the season finished, they're supposed to go. They took my clearance to Kaizer Chiefs. I don't know the agreement, but they took my clearance to Kaizer Chiefs. And I went to Nechurena. No, before Nechurena, they were in Carlton Center somewhere there. I met Mr. Mtaunde. I was staying in Carlton Hotel. Midnight, there is a guy called Kefas Madala came, said, "No, man, there is Brajay wants to see you outside." And it was difficult for me. Brajay just tell me 2 things, Rob.
Yeah.
Or join Kaizer Chiefs when? No, I said, "No, yes." And they're the one who put me here, guy, Brajay. There's nothing I can do.
Yeah.
But are you sure you're going to play there? I don't know. And by the way, now I wanted to play, Robert. I wanted to play soccer. I wanted just to play, nothing else.
You don't care where?
Yeah, I don't care.
Yeah.
But Brajay, because I wanted to play, Brajay killed me when he says to me, "Here, I'm a coach. I'm a boss. There, Mr. Mtown is the one who wants you. What if the coach leave the team? What's going to happen?"
Oh, wow.
"Just come and play in Fanagiti. I saw you. I know everything. I will take you to overseas." And that time, the guy just killed me.
And you knew then. I mean, that is typical Brad J. So if Brad J is going to tell you, and you're staying at Carlton Center. I was saying to somebody the other day that Carlton Center was like the top 5-star hotel.
Yes.
You know, Whitney Houston and Bobby
Yeah.
Brown stayed there back in the day when they came to tour South Africa. So the one thing that Jomo Sono was saying to you is that who is the person that wants you at Kaizer Chiefs? And you saying Kaizer Mtaung. And he says to you, does he coach Kaizer Chiefs? And you say no. And he says, who owns Jomo Cosmos? And you say Jomo Sono.
Yeah.
He says, who coaches Jomo Cosmos?
It's me.
So that was it.
He kills me. The guy just kills me. And he just told me, no, I'll take you to Bafana, I'll take you to overseas. And he did that.
Exactly. And again, let's measure the time, because Rabali Blackpool was all about them having bought the status of Diableton Kellys, as it was at the time.
Yeah.
And then Rabali Blackpool, there's so many great players that came out of that team. But I'm trying to show you how Jomo doesn't mess around when he spots talent. So you literally playing your first professional game for Rabali against Cosmos. You lose that game.
Yeah.
You lost that game.
1-0. I remember Zikano is the one who scored goal. Steve Zikano.
And that was in July. So within 6 months, in January, who are you playing for? You're playing for Cosmos.
Cosmos.
And then you run a couple of months later. Where are you? Going overseas.
Overseas. And I was a player of the year at Cosmos.
Incredible. POAK.
Yeah.
It was.
Salonika. Yes.
But you didn't stay there long.
Rob, it was so difficult. But one thing for sure, I'm so proud about me. I played European League.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I played European League, and people don't know.
Yeah.
I was so happy one day. I was just playing against Atletico Madrid.
Yeah.
Quinten was playing there. We played together. You still remember? I remember I was picking this guy, Patrick Vieri, from the Italian striker. Italian striker. What is Vieri? His name is the same name.
Oh, Vieira,
something like that.
Yeah.
But I play Spartak Moscow. I play a lot of games.
Yeah.
But it was during the pre-season time, and I went to pre-season with PAOK in Germany. I play all the games. I remember my last game we were playing Spartak Moscow in Greece. And I remember I supposed to fly back. We're playing on Wednesday. We're supposed to fly back to come and play against. You remember when the late Philima Singer scored a goal against DRC Congo?
Yes.
I injured on that game before but I came back. And I arrived in South Africa. I remember it was a fight between SAFA and FIFA and my club. They didn't want to release me. They said, no, we'll release Andrew after the game. I even play. I think I played 60 minutes. They took me from to a stadium straight to the airport, Athens to London to South Africa. And it was on Thursday. I arrived Thursday here. Rob, I was tired, and I remember I didn't even take a shower. I arrived here in South Africa. I remember when I arrived, I find Glenn Pinken. Glenn Pinken was the manager at that time.
Team manager.
Yeah. Arrived, I find Glenn, took me straight to the FNB stadium. I got injured.
Yo. Whew. I don't think too many people knew that story. I also didn't, because then, did they even fly you business class?
To come back?
To come here, to Mzansi.
I don't know who was responsible for the flight and everything, but remember it was late.
Correct. Yeah.
I took a flight from Thessalonica to Athens to London to Joburg.
Oh.
I don't even remember, it was the first class or whatever. But I was so tired when I arrived here, and I got injured. And when I got injured on Thursday, I did operation on Monday, because my team PAOK, they wanted me to come back with the injury. So far they refused. They said, no, okay, it's fine. They will send the doctor. They want to see what's happening. I operated on Tuesday in Rosebank.
What was the nature of that injury again?
I think, if I'm not wrong, it was meniscus. But I recovered so quick.
I mean, jaws of life. I mean, what did you expect to be out for 6 months?
No, but I didn't even spend 6. It was, I think,
it was
4 months somewhere there.
Yeah, it wasn't as long as,
Yeah.
Let me leave that story for later. But your first encounter with Bafana, your first game against the Dutch, it was against Netherlands.
Yes.
But they had to, I think the story behind that is that they had to save a couple of the players because we were playing a major qualifier against Congo.
Yes.
So they had to almost make like a makeshift team, as they called it. But hey, Bafana call up, hey, it is a call up, it doesn't really matter. And that was your debut. What is that experience like though?
I think that game changed my life.
Yeah,
because I remember the coach from PAOK was there, and he was coming to watch the Dutch team. And after the game, I remember before the game, they were, I was joking with the lady shoes. Say no, cleanse off. But what is the name of the guy?
Oh, Clarence Seedorf. Clarence Seedorf was in that team, and I think he was only like 20 years old.
But it was good, eh?
Oh, no, you couldn't touch him.
No. Shoes was just trying to joke at the dressing room. I said, okay. And I was nervous.
Yeah.
But I think I did well because the coach loves me. The power coach loves me. He said, no, after the game, he came to the hotel. I remember I was sharing the room with Sean Bartlett. Bartlett said, no, there are some lot of people, they were looking for you downstairs. I went downstairs, and when I got those guys, they were speaking Greek. He said, Mfanagit, who's your agent? I said, no, my agent is Jomo. I gave me Jomo's number. From there, I went to Urgant.
Just like that?
Just like that.
So you were in demand. So you're saying that game is the one that put you...
Yeah, I did. I think I played very well that game.
Yeah, I know you got a yellow card and you had to be substituted. But besides that... Besides that,
I don't remember,
it was the kind of game, like I said, they had to... And can you imagine, though, had you not been given that opportunity, and I know later, I think Kevin Lane came in for you later in that game.
Yeah.
Had you not been given that opportunity, based on the qualifier and when it was, they might have delayed your debut at international level, and things might not have worked out the way that they did.
Yeah.
You might have been given a second half opportunity to play, which is not enough for a defender.
Yeah,
I mean, a defender, you want to start the game.
Come, it's second half. It's difficult.
You can't. You really, really can't. Fascinating story. You're going to continue with it after the break. You want to send us any of your WhatsApp voice notes or even call directly 011 8838 947 011 8838 947.
Marawa Sports Worldwide Live.
In 3, 2, 1.
On 947, Vuma FM, Rise FM, and Soweto Live. #MSW.
What do you consider amazing? At Lexus, we believe it's bringing the future a little bit closer to today. That's why the next generation Lexus NX has the Lexus Safety System Plus that protects people inside and out. A driver-focused cockpit with a 14-inch touchscreen. And Hey Lexus, a virtual assistant that reacts intuitively to you. The next generation Lexus NX. Next is now. Lexus. Experience amazing.
This is
9,
4,
7.
My fellow South Africans, what can you buy with 28 Rand a day? Half a kota? Half a boerewors roll? No, seriously, you can get half of nothing with 28 Rand. But with MyWay, you can get full cover from 28 Rand per day, and that includes 24/7 roadside assistance, emergency alert, and so much more. Yes, from as little as 28 Rand per day, you can let your drive continue. For a quote, call MyWay now on 0860 64 64 64 and save. MyWay is a licensed non-life insurer and FSP. Premiums are risk profile dependent and T's and C's apply.
Located south of Joburg, just 20 minutes from Sandton, the Eye of Africa estate embodies modern countryside living with plenty of choices direct from the developer. Luxury apartments, 1, 2, and 3 bedrooms with stunning balcony views. Our 2-bed, 2-bath unit is just over 1.5 million, and there's even a furnished option. Or purchase a stand of 800 square meters for 999,000 and we'll give you 100,000 off. Contact us at eyeofafrica.co.za.
Enjoy worry-free connectivity with this red-hot deal from Vodacom. Get the Alcatel H872V home router on a home internet plan with up to 10 megabit per second download speed for only 349 Rand per month over 36 months. Save 1,800 Rand. Plus, you get a free Volcano Mini UPS so you'll stay connected even when the power's off. Miss it, miss out. T's and C's apply. Further together, Vodacom.
Nine, 4, 7.
We
bring you great hits and exciting entertainment.
And our presenters enjoy doing it.
But we also have to follow the rules set out by the Broadcasting Complaints Commission's Code of Conduct.
In order to give you balanced programming, fair comment, and accurate news.
If for some reason you feel that we're not following this code,
we want to know about it.
So please contact us on comments@947.co.za.
If you're still not satisfied, you can direct your complaint in writing to the Broadcasting Complaints Commission.
PO Box 412365, Craig Hall, 2024. For more, visit bccsa.co.za.
Previously on Marawa Sports Worldwide.
Ituwele Nkune, ladies and gentlemen, is in the house. He still is officially the captain of Kaizer Chiefs, back in action and back to playing.
Since he sees that the game time is hard to come by his side at Kaizer Chiefs, does he consider hanging up his boots?
You're only 35. Peter Shilton played at the World Cup at 42.
How? Man, at 35 I must retire. I've been getting a lot of those questions. All you need to do as a footballer, you need to invest in yourself. And I think I've done that. 10, 33, 34, you are regarded as an old player that needs to retire. I had my fair share.
Yeah.
And I cannot complain to the coach. I cannot complain to anyone that I'm not getting enough game time. And I have to give the support to those who are playing ahead of me.
Hashtag MSW. Hashtag MSW. Friday nights, always.
This is how we do it.
About our beloved legends. Pull up your chair. Let's chat legendary stuff. Marawa Sports Worldwide.
Hi, Robert. This is Ratiba Mohali in Rabutla today. I just wanted to ask him, does he have any families at Hasekgopo in Limpopo? Because when we grew up, we always heard and knew that there's a family that is related to when he was still playing for Jomo Cosmos.
Well, when you see his smile, I think it answers your question. Hey?
No, definitely. We're coming from there.
Yeah.
My parents are coming from Hasekgopo, near Polokwane. You know, the guy is right.
He is right.
Yeah.
You were the famous family because you were the famous person.
Yeah, sure.
And what did they do? I mean, what strange things happened around the household, like knowing, hey, that's Joseph Life's house?
I remember during my time, 90s, Robert,
Yeah.
to play professionally. You know, I come a very, very, very a place where, you know, Zaneni is too far. It's too far. You know, there was no player who played professional that time. And I think the whole Limpopo, we were a few of us. It was me and Gerald Trapatlela and Alex Mapela and Andre Sibula.
Yeah.
And at least them, they are coming from Polokwane. Now I'm coming down there.
Makai.
Yeah. And it was I was a hero. I was a hero that side.
And deservedly so. And why not? All right. You're also watching, I'm sure, live on YouTube /947. And a couple of the notes that are coming through on YouTube right now. Somebody says, oh, what a great channel from Dolphin Coast. Thank you so much there. Gerrit Bueta. We also got Kurisani Mashimbe also joining us there. Melvin Lepale says, this gentleman still looks fresh and healthy. Yay. What are you eating there? Avocado.
Yeah.
Mixed with mango. Eh? And some dumbes in between. Oh, man. Melvin, thank you so much for the compliment, man. Informed Choices says the supporters, we were scared of Andrew for the sake of the players of the teams that were supported. Did you hear that people were scared of you, and did that impact your daily life? So that is live on YouTube /947. You can catch. And people are praising him. They says he looks, and I wasn't exaggerating, he looks as fit as if he's about to go play Chippa United tomorrow.
And the knees are finished.
There's nothing like that. There's no knees that are finished there. Running around there chasing tadpoles, there's no such. Now, I think what he was saying is that did your reputation kind of mess up a little bit of what you're about? Did it take away anything, or it just made you even stronger? Knowing that everybody knows what I mustn't mess with you.
You mean during my play?
Yeah.
Look, Rob, you know, a lot of people, especially in South Africa, they are thinking I was just a rough tackler. No. One thing for sure. Okay, let me pose this question to you: who won the 2000 Euro 2000?
Okay, I know where you're going.
Yeah, it's Greece.
And
they beat in Portugal.
And
what I'm trying to say, look, you can't play that league when you are too soft.
You're basically saying that being in POAK, and doubled up with what you learned from Cosmos.
Yes.
Because Jomo was all about a man needs to be taken out.
Yeah.
So, and remember when you went to POAK, you were still new in terms of Cosmos. So you hadn't even been there long enough for him to instill much in you. So the bone crunching tackles, would you attribute them to Greece or would you attribute them to Cosmos then?
I think it's coming from Greece.
Okay.
Yeah, because there you put your leg or nothing. Maybe it's because they got a big insurance there. Whatever, if you get injured, you are sorted. They'll give you a lot of money. But, when I arrived South Africa, it was so difficult. Whatever I touched, they were diving and, it was so difficult.
So call it the way it is. South Africans were crybabies.
Exactly.
And we couldn't adapt when it came to international football. That's why we were being beaten 4-0, 4-1.
Exactly.
4-0, 4-1.
Exactly. They were just diving, whatever. I remember when we play Johannesburg Stadium against Pirates.
Yes.
There's this striker, Jabu Kauleza. When I just, he called the ball, I was come running. He left the ball and ran away.
Jimmy
Kauleza.
Yeah.
I said, no, really? Well, no, I don't know. But
you can't be apologetic for that. The only time, though, we've just come out of the month of April. I want to take you back to April of 2002. You know what happened then. There was like a lawsuit that was on the verge of being chucked in your direction. Because in a game, you had just broken the leg of a Kaizer Chiefs captain, a Malawian captain, and a superstar in his own right, Patrick Mabedi. That's what everybody talks about. You only got a yellow card for that. Give me your honest thoughts. Here we are now, 2023. When you reflect back on that moment, what goes through your mind?
No, thanks for giving me opportunity to clarify this thing. But
please do.
I remember when we play, the accident, especially when Patrick Mabedi's issue.
Yeah.
We were playing Mabatu Stadium.
Yeah.
He was a defender, I was a defender. Unfortunately, he just tried to overlap. We met somewhere. And Robert, this was a 50-50 ball.
Yeah.
And Patrick pulled out. I went for the ball. It landed. I didn't even touch him. It landed badly. The way he landed, because I don't know, he was scared or what, but I didn't even touch him because I went for the ball. He landed badly. He got injured. And after that, because it was me, it was a
big story.
A big one. But he knows, Patrick knows what happened. He knows. It wasn't even a foul.
So you didn't even deserve the yellow card?
No, it was a yellow baby because the crowd, they were saying, like sometimes the crowds, they were making some noise, but it was not a real foul. If it was it's supposed to be a red card.
No, I was going to say, that's why people said, and you got away with it. Because I remember Musha Nedragrel, he was the coach at the time, and he even complained, and he was saying that my player is out for 3 months. He has to have 2 months of rehabilitation. And this guy hasn't even gotten a red card. And remember those days, there was no emails, there was no WhatsApp.
Yeah.
And he says they didn't even get a fax from Jomo Cosmos to check, to apologize, number one, but also just to check up on how the guy is doing. You remember that?
Yeah, I remember. But he's the coach. He was under pressure.
Yeah.
He commented the way he commented. But Patrick knows, and I was talking to Patrick immediately after the game, even during the Patrick we went to hospital. I called him. We spoke. Done. For another striker in Rand Stadium, Serge. It was the same thing.
Serge Jehovah.
Yeah. Remember I got injured? No, it's only those two. Nothing. Rob, it's only those two.
Those two.
Yeah, it's only those two. Because some they said, no, even Sipo Kuza is me.
Yeah.
Mike Rapata is me. Come on, guys.
So you had a whole injury list of hospital people.
Yeah. They said it's
I'm
me.
a patient.
Yeah. No. But I know those two players.
Yeah.
Serge, I have the clip here for Serge as well.
You know, kept it on your phone?
Yeah, it's still there, even YouTube, whatever. The pictures is trending around. But it wasn't a bad tackle. I didn't even get a yellow card. It was after that it was a throw in, but I was so shocked seeing the boy. The ambulance came and take the boy.
It was straight into a stretcher, yeah. But Serge was a big guy, man.
Yeah, a lot of people. Fabian was saying, "No, my man."
How do you even touch a big man like that? I mean, Serge Jehovah would walk in here. I would probably even get scared. I would leave the mic. I would close the door and say, "Interview yourself."
You know what
See
happened?
what you can do.
You know what happened? Jomo said, "No, this guy is so dangerous. If you allow the boy to turn, he's going to beat us.
Yeah.
Make sure you don't allow him. Make him tight." Hey, that guy. They passed the ball. He shielded me. Took a shot. Paddy saved the ball. But no, when I checked the bench of Cosmos, Jomo said, "No, this guy is not serious. I'm not serious." Morgan, home up.
Wow.
Hey, we play against Kaizer Chiefs. You do substitute before halftime. You can't. I just told myself, I have to make a plan. Make sure I'm tight for the. I don't allow the boy to turn. Unfortunately, the guy get injured.
So Jomo played mind games with you. He said, "Morgan, warm up," just so that you could see you're about to go out.
About to go out.
So you need to break something.
No, not
not even furniture, my friend. You need to break something. Oh, that is incredible, man. Because I mean that story. Oh. I mean, even the Malawians were angry at you.
Yeah,
right?
even the Kaizer Chiefs fans, even now, this is tough. I hope maybe they'll understand.
Hey, because I know the Malawian fans were angry. There was going to be a COSAFA Cup game where they were playing against Angola. And they had lost their captain, so you went there. But hey, listen to this.
Hi, Robert. Good evening to you and greetings to all the listeners of this beautiful show. This is Joel from Wattville in Benoni. I'm listening to the conversation you're having in the studio. You know what? Jomo Cosmos is a legend, and I always salute him. You know, the tactics he used to get the guy to his club, that was very brilliant. And he had to sit down and think about it to ask, who is the boss? Who is the coach? Yeah, you know, he killed it all when he said those words. Thank you for this wonderful show. Sharp.
Oh, man, thank you so much. Really reflect on that. Tactics with Jomo. Those were important because a lot of people also talk about Jabu Pule Mahlangu today. Whether it was your job or not your job to do it. But I remember the one game, it was meant to be your job, but it ended up being somebody else's job that got tired by halftime. Couldn't take it anymore.
Yesterday we were laughing. We got a group, Cosmos Legends group.
Yeah.
We were just talking. There is a boy, you know, Brajay sometimes at the dressing room used to say, "No, man." You know, sometimes as a coach, you ask yourself, "Mara, who's going to pick this one?" Brajay asked us, all of us, said, "No, who's going to take Javupule today?" Everybody was saying, "No, man.
Not me."
There is a player called Sizwe.
Yeah.
So now Brajay is omthat.
And you guys didn't even know who he was at the time. I mean, with respect, he was your teammate, but he hadn't even made
no, the boy was hot.
Yeah.
That time, Caesar said, "No,
yeah.
During the half time, the Javu first half was going up and down, Robert. You know, I remember when I think I was marking Kedinimak. Javu passed here. And Caesar was following. I said, "No, this one is not going to last." Half time, Caesar said, "No, Brajay, Zwele, please."
And that was it.
Yeah.
And you had to take over. And?
For me, no, because I knew already the guy, if he had allowed Jawu to touch the ball first, I'm dead. But no, I will just do the first one on the ball.
Good evening, Mr. Marawa. Mr. Marawa, thanks very much for having our legend, Poti, Andrew, Joseph Life, Rabutla. What a hard player, Mr. Marawa. A hard tackling player. I think he's one of the best tackling players I have ever seen, Mr. Marawa. I remember his days at Jomo Cosmos with the legs of everybody, about Sema Khalifa, about Innocent. Tsume, Lucky Mhlati, Abo Mngango, Clinton Sepadi, Abo Tiko, just to mention the few. Mr. Marawa, only one question for our legend. Which one of the strikers in his era which was giving him hard time? Thank you, Mr. Marawa. Good show.
Sibongile, thank you so much indeed. Was there a striker that gave you a hard time?
Hey, Bele.
Nomved, eh?
Hey, it was difficult. It was difficult.
Too fast, eh?
Yeah, Bele will take me left and right. You know, it was so difficult because I'm always in the center.
Yeah.
And if I move there, it's the problem. The Bele used to go out and Jomo end up saying, no, look, I'll take Taban. Taban will go with Bele. Because for me, the boy was just so difficult.
So there was no solution because you couldn't even tackle him.
No, you can't. He was too fast.
I mean, that his own coaches had to try and slow him down. But this one he overruns. There, even ends up in the grandstand. That's
and he
how
was so
quick
smart.
He was.
You remember, he can go there, down there, and hold the ball.
Yeah,
it's so difficult.
Back.
Yeah, it's so difficult to handle a player like that.
You know what you're gonna do? You're probably gonna not have much to say after the break because when tributes like these start to pour in and all the legends say, please, I can't miss out, it becomes very difficult.
Afternoon, Robert. You're sitting with a legend, a person that I've been looking upon when I joined Jomo Cosmos. Of course, I was a player who loved going hard. He made me feel at home because he was even harder than I was. So I think really it means a lot actually to celebrate this giant, this living legend. But I remember one day he picked up a yellow card, and half time we got to the dressing room. We were playing three at the back, myself, Colin Clemo, and Joseph Live. So Jomo asked Uguti, Aaron, how many yellow cards you have? I didn't have any yellow card yet. So Prache, no, I don't have any yellow card yet. Colin Clemo, how many yellow cards you have? I don't have any. Prache, what the F word are you waiting for? Get in there. Go in there and make sure that you get a yellow card. So I felt like, hey, where am I here? So what a legend. I'm in Algeria now with the under-17s, but I thought, you know what, taking time out and giving a call in, it was important. Thank you, Rob and Andrew. You meant a lot in South African football, and I always admired you. All the best, big guy. See you soon. Cheers.
Oh, man. Thanks, Aaron. We're going to give him a response opportunity straight after the break. Don't go anywhere. Plenty of tributes are pouring in.
Marawa Sports Worldwide Live. On 947, Vuma FM, Rise FM, and Soweto Live. #MSW.
Be a team player and pass the ball, not the bugs. Ensure you give your immune system the support it needs while you're on the field. Ethoflu-C Immune Booster Plus. We've got you covered. Now available with added vitamin D. Brought to you by Pharmadynamics. Effective, affordable healthcare.
I wonder how long it will take. Has it come through yet? I hope I send it to the right account. Imagine never having to ask these questions again. Instant payments from FNB allows you to pay family and friends instantly in the FNB app. All you need is your friend or family member's bank card number. Send last-minute birthday gifts or respond to emergency requests without the usual uncertainties or delays. Join the changeables and get the help you need. FNB is a division of First Rand Bank Limited, an authorized financial services and credit provider. T's and C's apply.
The time has come to buy a car. You're shopping, browsing near and far. You're looking for a new ride, but the right one hasn't come. You saw some on the internet, but found We Buy Cars instead. Cars, buckies, bikes and more. We Buy Cars has got them all. We have what you desire. Just come to us, we are the ones to trust. We have what you desire. Come to We Buy Cars, we're the best by far.
WeBuyCars.co.za, the best way to buy a car by far.
CTM Celebrate.
The CTM bathroom sale is now on.
Get A-grade tiles from $74.90 per square meter. Large format tiles from $399.90 per square meter. Tivoli taps from only $749.90. Shop today, and you'll also stand a chance to win a 40,000 Rand CTM voucher every week when you spend 4,000 Rand or more. T's and C's apply.
It's a celebration.
The odds could be in your favor with Lotto Star's live roulette games. Just spin the wheel 24/7 on Roulette Live, Double Ball Roulette, Speed Roulette, Diamond Roulette, the electrifying Lightning Roulette, and many others for a chance to win payouts of over 6 million Rand instantly. Our tables are always ready for you. Take your seat now. Lotto Star, your world of live games. Lotto Star is licensed by the Mpumalanga Economic Regulator. No under 18s. National Responsible Gambling Program. 0800 006 008. T's and C's apply. All games are fixed odds betting events.
Experience winter bed bliss at the Bed Store and save thousands on top brands. Get the CD Breeze queen size mattress for only 5199 or the 40 Winks double-sided pocket spring queen size mattress for only 7299. Base is available as optional extras. Plus enjoy super fast delivery on our best sellers. The Bed Store for your back and budget. Now open at Stonehill Crossing next to Builders Express with unbelievable savings on big brands.
Previously on Marawa Sports Worldwide.
This is survival of the fittest.
As the Kokoda United captain, Linda Mtambo, I saw a lot of 90 minutes plus goals. I think the coaches call it the critical phase of a game. Up until the whistle goes, you haven't won that game. Where do you think you switched off?
Looking at the other games that played, the last minute goals, it means everybody's fighting. It's fight everywhere. People are fighting to be in the top 8, to be fighting also. People are fighting to be out of the relegation zone. Yeah. So it's been one of those seasons where nobody's safe. Going to the last game, everybody will be fighting. Yeah.
Go rough.
Yeah.
This is do or die.
Hashtag MSW. Hashtag MSW. Friday nights, always.
This is how we do it.
About our beloved legends. Pull up your chair. Let's chat legendary stuff. Marawa Sports Worldwide.
Rob, that man you have there is a legend, of course. You know, I got to share the field with him, the privilege to share the field with him. But hey, Truza, that's what we used to call him, Utruza. More than anything, he's been, for me, the big brother. And for most of us, the younger players, especially when we came to Cosmos. But yeah, we knew he had a reputation. I knew better, of course, as an attacking player at training. Bengingadlaleli lapho. Bengithi mangiza kuye ngebhola, I would rather pass it or push it way before I get closer to him, and then I can run, go past him, because I knew better. So yeah, but a gentle soul, different person actually off the pitch. Contrary to what people know him, how people know him, you know, Andrew bokumuntu oshaya isicathulo, shaya bathu umuntu. Truza, kuyawutsiba ushapa sieta. So yeah, for me, I really enjoyed playing under his guidance as well. And when I say big brother, I mean not just off the pitch, even on the pitch. I remember, you know, one time when we playing a game and bayangikhahlela Tarob, you know, and he knows Truza. When the opposition starts now being hard and kicking us lapha phambili, and I would run back to him, ngifike lapha yana makuyikhona kicking it Truza, bathu babanraya mna awethe plan utilele bona. And he knew exactly what I was talking about. So he was that kind of person I would go to if I need some assistance. If ukhona nje ongihluphayo lapha epitchini ngivele ngigijimela kuye and uzadila nabo yena uyazi naye. But yeah, I really think you know, he's definitely a legend in our football, and I have much respect to him. So yeah, Truza, thank you, Abuti, for sharing the pitch with you and being, you know, that big brother and a legend in this game. Hey, Tada, sure.
Dikang Mabalane, thank you so much. Hey, he's not telling lies, is he?
Yeah, no, it's true. You know, Dikang is true. It was Dikang and Bamoza and Lahim Tlati.
Yes.
You know, they were youngsters, and they will come and say, no, hey, I want to... And I'll make sure those boys, they're okay. Eh?
Yeah, look after them.
Yeah. We had a good team, Rob. You know, even the Aaron, remember when Aaron was 1998 Africa Cup of Nations, Aaron was sitting on the bench.
Yeah.
I think Aaron and Taban Mulefe and Morgan Gold, that's the one who were pushing me. They were the one pushing me because I knew if I play bad, they'll come in.
So you are Jaws of Life. He is Mbazo. Two very deadly names. Who was more deadly between you and Mbazo?
No, Mbazo, when he came, he was trying to play.
He was Mbazo, but Mbazonyan.
Yeah, but when times goes on and on and on, Braje, you remember, did you hear what he said now? Braje said, no, Mfana, we told you.
Good evening, Bra Rob. You are with our legend there, Mr. Rabutla, Jaws of Life. But I love the nickname Mulumenyoga. Why? I remember when we were playing against Kaizer Chiefs after they signed the big striker Serge Jehovah. We were in the tunnel. Fabian McCarthy said to Andrew, you see how strong our striker is. He has no neck, only muscles. Andrew turned and asked me, Lucky, what tenela guy Serge? I said to him, Jaws, the only way is to make sure your first tackle, he feels you. And the rest is history. We know what happened to Serge Jehovah. And after he retired, Sir Jomo made him team manager and he made us feel it shame. He had his own saying, "Get power, boss. Get out boss." So every time he arrived at training, all the players we used to say, "Aye, get power, boss." But besides that, what a gentleman he is. When we were promoted, he welcomed us warmly and kept telling us that we must not stop doing what got us to be promoted, and that we're gonna win things because we must not worry. At the back, they are very solid. It was myself, Pamuza Sono, Innocent Intume, Dihang Mabalani. I'm happy that he is still involved in football in the country with the youth development program he's running in Polokwane. I want to say to him, thank you for the years we spent together, Andrew, and thank you for the mentor, the leadership, and the character you showed. We still talk, we still chat, and we still meet because we are involved in the football program with Eliboni Sports Program. God bless you, my brother. God protect you for us, Andrew. You'll always be Jaws of Life. Marinante kirata mulumenyoga. And ke bone ntse ba post hore Halad, if you are around, he was not gonna fill anything or a space in the box, but my friend, I think you're pushing it too far. Thank you so much, bro Rob. Thank you for hosting the legends. Thank you for hosting Endura Butla. Thank you.
Oh man, such heartwarming tributes that are pouring in. Hey, Lucky Mhlati, thank you so much indeed. I mean, when you get these two guys, him and Tekang, doing such a great job analyzing football on television, it's a beautiful thing to see. And they respect you a hell of a lot. I mean, even... Thanks. I mean, I was going to give him more time to respond. I'm just looking at all the other tributes that are coming in. And remember, we're saying tributes because we honor our tributes on the show while they're still alive. And Jaws gets to absorb, he gets to laugh, gets emotional. Macbeth Sibaya, I think he's just come back from Russia. He's listening from Russia. I don't know. But he says, Malume Rabutla, he used to address me as Smiley. With tackles, I understood that he was my Smiley. Macbeth, thank you so much indeed.
Wow, Andrew Rabutla, a gentle giant. I guess that will be the perfect name because I met him on my arrival. We even shared a flat in the beginning of my career in South Africa. So I got to know him personally. Very lovely person. He helped a lot. But when it came to the field, he became this different player, a nonsense defender, very feared by the opposition. He was very hard out on a tackle, very feared by the strikers. I guess our whole defense was like that, was feared by the opposition. At Cosmos, sometimes if we score one goal, it was enough for us to win because our defense never conceded many goals, was very tight. And then one of responsible for that was Andrew. So yeah, I just want to say all the best in whatever he's doing. I had a very good time with him at Cosmos, and thank you for everything that is done to help settle me down when I went to Cosmos. But he's a legendary defender, Bafana overseas. So I guess there was something good about all that hard tackling and Andrew. Yeah, thank you.
Tiko Pukwane, thank you so much indeed. A name that we'll never forget here in South Africa. I'm going to keep Jos's microphone off because, my goodness, the tributes.
Mr. Truza, Matume Rabutla, my brother. They don't make them like you these days. You were one of the best defenders South Africa has ever produced. In actual fact, Prache has ever produced. Look, you were one of the hard tacklers, and one moment I'll never forget about you was when you broke Serge Jehovah. Can you imagine how huge that guy was? And he was 2 times your size, but the way you were so hard, you got through him. And look, you were one of these defenders that strikers knew that they cannot play around you. They have to play far away from you. And you've represented our country very well. And you went abroad. You hoisted our flag high. I just wish these youngsters these days have watched you play. Defenders nowadays have watched you play. And I hope you could find time, maybe decide to plow back into our soccer, because our soccer needs you. This country needs you. I mean, the knowledge you had in the game or about the game, was huge. I mean, as a youngster coming to Jomo Cosmos, you were a big brother to a lot of us as youngsters. I mean, I'm sure Dikgang Mabalane, Pamuza Sono, Mark Haskins, and all these other youngsters can attest to what I'm saying. That you were like a big brother to us, a senior player. I mean, one disciplined, somebody, dedicated, took his job, took his career seriously, I wish you all the best, my brother. I've enjoyed all the years that I've spent with you at Jomo Cosmos. I've once dribbled you, but that was it. That was the first and the last time. I remember you saying to me, "Wena son, ke tlo thola mfanaka. Ke tlo thola mfanaka." But yeah, man, you're such a great guy. I wish you nothing but the best, my brother, in future. Thank you. It's Cosmos Zwane.
Mangete, thank you so much, man. As I said, I'm going to keep his mic off because the love continues.
Hi, big man. DJ Kistas Ledoaba. Hope you're doing very well. Thank you for saving South African football and representing Limpopo with discipline and pride. Continue sharing the experience you have acquired to better the life of upcoming future soccer stars. God bless you, big man. Thank you so much.
Sure. Jackie Lidwaba. You know what, I got a tweet here before I play another tribute. Rams Mabote says, Jaws must have hard memories of one Hossam Hassan in the 1998 AFCON, right? Is that yes or no? Quickly. I don't want a long answer. I don't have the time.
What did he say?
Hossam Hassan, you remember him?
I remember the final.
And?
No, I was doing my job. Rob, the guy was good. He was the leading goal scorer for that tournament.
Yeah.
And he was so dangerous. It was so dangerous, but we had a plan. Or no. They were lucky to get those 2 goals. They beat us 2-0.
So there's your answer, Rams. He was doing his job.
Robbie, Andrew Rabutla, just of life. Ntwana ya kwa di maplasini zanini, bari, Rabali, Jomo Cosmos, most fierce defender. Bega shy tackle, bega shy wanna fail. And if you don't believe me, asu Jehovah lo Kaizer Chiefs, I'm shower days. What tatama peg, what chelupo, what I mean no more. Wahabo, ekai. uJosa adlulile ya wabona lamanyawo wakhe bongamdelela mangene egroundini ngalamanyawo lawa abhekele nale ya if bekuyimoto bazofuna iwheel alignment ya ngoba lamanyawo bengekho align mara bakashaya itackle rough bazokuhlafuna ngetackle Jaws of life ya bengimthanda kabi. I used to watch Cosmos because of him. Bengazi ukuthi igame angephele umuntu angaphumanga nge-stretch. Yeah, mara very clean, very constructive tackle. That's what I used to like about him. Andrew, awuthaka kancanywa and God bless awuthaka.
Oh man, my gents. I don't know. I don't even know he thinks all of these things up. Wheel alignment and what. But you know what? We appreciate you, my gents. We see you.
Yeah, good evening, Rob. You've got a legend there tonight. He's a legend. I've never really got time to watch him playing, but I've seen the DVDs matches between Jomo Cosmos, Kaizer Chiefs, and other teams. My father used to love him. He used to love him. It's like, go home, boy, because we also from Zanin. So that's mostly I knew him from the DVD videos that my father used to have.
Oh man, DVD videos, giving it away. I'm at 2000s. I'm wondering, like, mommy, what's he saying? Who's DVD? You know, who's DVD? Jules, do you remember the last goal you scored as a professional footballer?
Yeah, for Bafana. Against Liberia.
And club level?
Club level, club is blending.
Last goal, the very last one you scored before.
Against Santos in Olympia Stadium.
Do you remember one in the Africa Cup Winners' Cup? I think that's what it was called.
But Rob, remember when we were there in Cape Town when we played Swallows? Durban.
Yeah.
Cup game.
Debs.
I think it was also SAA.
Yeah.
I'm the one who equalized.
The top 8.
Yeah, we were losing. I scored, I think it's a beautiful goal.
Have you got it on YouTube?
Yeah, it's always...
Believe it, everything on YouTube. Remember when, I think it was, there was a team. Every time people want to try and corner me and say, what team do you support? What team do you support? I always answer with the club that you scored against. And I say, I support 11 men in flight. Remember there was a team. I think a team has Swadin.
Yeah.
11 men in flight. You scored a great goal against them
I remember.
well.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
I
thought I would just remind you about that.
I didn't even know.
Oh, Jaws of Life, man. You can catch the episode on YouTube, whatever time of day or night. I want to thank you so much, man, for popping in. Lots of tributes that we didn't play. Thank you so much, everybody. I hope to chat to you and see you again soon.
Thank you.
Have a great weekend, Bob.
Thank you.
Marawa Sports Worldwide Live.
In 3, 2, 1.
On 947, Vuma FM, Rise FM, and Soweto Live. #MSW.
You can't control everything about your day.
But every night, Msizi and Bolele will leave Most Wanted in your hands.
It's the day's top hits.
All the hits.